I came to dance, 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 dance. I hit the floor cause that's my plans.
All right, so I've decided to do something brand new with our schedule. So you can either play your scale all by yourself, or you can participate in a virtual band. That means I'm going to take your parts and you're going to shoot a video of yourself, you're going to record yourself, and I'm going to put them into a video kind of like this. This is what I've done for the high school jazz band. So each one of these people is a member of the high school jazz band right now. They're playing their part at home, but it sounds like they're all playing together. Now, I think that this is a lot more fun version of recording yourself than just having you play a scale. So you have a choice. Either on each of these days, you can record yourself performing a scale, or you can record yourself performing a small part of Dynamite. I think that would be a much more fun thing to do. Now, here's a couple things that you'll need to know, though, is you will have to use your smartphone to record. Okay, the reason is because your smartphone records it onto a format that I can actually use. I can't use the Chromebook video files. It doesn't work with my program. So you have to use your smartphone. This document shows you the right way to shoot the video of yourself, because there are lots of mistakes that people make, like recording from down below. So like we're looking up your nose. Look at all this empty headspace. That's kind of boring. Some people cover up their faces with their bells. Some people put a bright light behind them, and it kind of makes parts dark. The best way to do it is fill up as much of the screen with your body as possible. Look, there's barely any headroom right here. I can see my entire instrument. And if you want to use the landscape mode, that's okay too. You're allowed to do that, especially flutes and trombones. You might want to use landscape mode instead. All right. What you will use your Chromebook for, though, is you will use your Chromebook to play the audio file. Everyone has to play with the audio file. So this part, Dynamite's part A and B. You will hear this music in your ear, and then you will play to it. That way we are all playing perfectly together. You can also hear your tuning. What I suggest you do is you go online and you tune yourself. Maybe you have one on your smartphone. There's a website I put right here-ish or so that you can see where you can get a tuner and you can tune yourself. Okay. Like I said, with the headphones, you have to use headphones so you can hear that track from your Chromebook, and then you record your video with your smartphone. If you're using earbuds, everything will be all hunky-dory. But if you're using the big headphones that cover both your ears, what I suggest you do is you only cover one of your ears with the headphone, and then you leave the other one open. That way this ear can hear your instrument. Because when you cover up both your ears, everything gets all muffled and you can't hear your tone quality, you can't hear your tuning very well, and that really helps you do that. When you record this, don't be afraid to have to record multiple times. Whenever I record, that's exactly what I do. I never get it right on the first try. I wish I could, but I usually have to end up doing it a couple times until I get the version that I really like. So if you make multiple takes, don't worry. You're not a bad player. You're just like everyone else. All right. And then what you can do is you can upload the video to Google Classroom just like normal. So since you're using your smartphone, I suggest that you download the app for it, and then you can find how to do it exactly the same way as you would on your Chromebook. Or you can connect your smartphone to your computer. That's a second way you can do it. And then you can just take the file off of your phone and upload that. Take it off your phone, put it on your computer, and then upload that to Google Classroom. Okay. Now, if you are choosing to play the F minor scale, first of all, if you're choosing to record Dynamite, you're done. You can stop this video and you can get to work. If you are choosing to do the scale, I'm going to walk you through a few things on the scale to help you play it great. First of all, let's talk about the flute section. All right, so flutes, this D minor, I'm totally on the wrong one. The F minor scale is the exact same key signature as the A flat major. So when you mastered the A flat major scale, you use the exact same buttons for the F minor. Don't forget that you have this D flat right here. So here's that D flat that was mentioned in there. Okay, D flat right here. And here's the fingering. That's the one that's just your pinky. Okay, and look at all the other flats in here. B flat, E flat, A flat. So this one has your pinky as well. Okay, now let's go on to the hobos. All right. So Dominic, what I suggest you do is, I heard on your last scale you're having a little trouble with the right-left pinky thing. That's totally understandable because that's hard to do. That's a lot of difficult stuff. Feel free to do some pinky workouts if you want, or just go slower, okay? So that you can get that action between the D flat and the E flat, these two notes. Maybe you just practice those two scales over and over and over and over and over, just going back and forth between those two until you nail it perfect. Okay, and in case you're wondering what that left pinky E flat is, I put that fingering right up there because that's one's a little different than what you're used to. And if you forgot what the D flat fingering is, here it is for you. All right, right here. This is the fingering that you use for D flat. Okie dokie. Clarinets. I was really impressed with how a lot of you played the the A flat major scale. Most of you nailed it, so pretty fantastic with that. But don't forget that you still have in this scale the E flat. All right, and this one starts really, really low on a low G. Okay, don't just guess on the buttons. Okay, if you see all those letter lines, you have to actually press on all the right buttons. Thumb, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. That's the first note, a low G. A, B flat, flat in the key signature means first. Flat means first for a B. C, D, and then here's that E flat again. Okay, that fingering that I showed you last week. I'll show it to you again. Right here. Remember, I said I don't like this one, even though it's the easiest one. Do not use this one. I personally like this fingering for my E flat. All right. Thumb, 1, 2, bottom side key. This is called the palm key, actually, because you play it kind of with the palm of your hand. So use it right there. That way you can still cover the holes with these fingers. So, and then you play a regular F and a G, and that's the F minor scale for you. Alto saxophones. Same thing I taught you last week, that you got to flatten here, and the easiest thing to do is just use the bis fingering for B flat. That's where you use your one finger to press down 2 buttons at one time. You can see on my clarinet here, I'm pressing down this button and I'm pressing down this button at the same time. That's what you do on the B flat. That way you just play D, E, F, G, A, B, and you're still only using one finger, but you're pressing down both buttons at the same time. That would be nice and easy for you. Trumpets. Trumpets, my pets. My people pets. All right, so this one has a leap. You can go up to the high notes if you want, or you can leap on down. All right, now a lot of you still miss this. Remember, flat means first button when it comes to a B. So the scale starts off G, A, B flat, first button, C, and then you jump all the way down to the D. I was pretty impressed actually with this note right here. Most of you got that fingering, which was 2, 3. Not too shabby. Now, if you're going for the high note, though, that one's just 2. If you're going for the high notes, that fingering is just 1. This one is just like the low F. That's a first button. And this is just like a lower G, which is open. Okay, so you're going along the scale. I'm going to go through the low buttons. G, A, B flat, C, D, E flat, 2 and 3, F natural, G, and then you just go back down. Okay. French hornophones. All right, so you got 3 flats in your key signature. This is the flat that you don't normally use, okay? Normally you don't see an A flat. That is the fingering of 2, 3. But you guys are usually really great at this, and I am shocked that I don't have to help you guys out too much. You're very, very talented players, and I really appreciate how hard you work on that. You're making a difficult instrument sound pretty easy for the most part, most of the time. So thank you guys very much for being awesome at that. I'm really excited that we got such excellent musicians on the French horn because not everyone can play the French horn, and you guys can. Alrighty. For the most part, then, everything else is pretty much normal for you. I don't really have to talk too much to you guys. The trombones. All right. I don't have a trombone to show you different positions, but I'll talk you through it. All right. You got 4 flats in here. So whenever you have a lot of flats, most likely everything that you think might be in 2 is not going to be in 2, okay? So this is 1. Here's a G that's in 4. This is an A flat, which is in 3. And then a B flat. Now, most of you are probably going to jump down to here. If you want the challenge, you can go for the high notes. That'd be super cool. But then you jump down to here, 6. And then this is the difficult one. This is a D flat, okay? This flat, right here, goes right there. And that is in 5th position. Most people, when they go all the way out to 6, it's really, really far position. And then they want to move too far going into 5. So just remember, when you move all the way from the B flat in 1st position, go all the way out to C, you barely move then. It's more like just like a flick of the wrist, 6 to 5. Think of it just a flick of the wrist. And then you're going along and you play E flat, which is 3, and then an F, which is 1. If you're going for the high notes, feel free to look up in your slide chart what those buttons are. Baritones. Oh, same thing. Over here, you use the same buttons as the trumpets. You're going along, and you got all these flats right here. Here's that A flat, so that's going to be 1st button. Okay, A flat. So you're going F, G, A flat, B flat, and then you're going to jump down to this C, which is 1, 3, but then you get to the difficult one, this D flat. So F, G, A flat, B flat, C, and then you get to the D flat right here. That's 2 and 3. Bonky, bonky, bonsha. There you go. And then the E flat, which is 1, and then an F. Alrighty. Should sound like this. Let me try it again. I messed up. Let me try it again. That's the first time I've played a brass instrument in like 3 weeks. Yowza! All right. And then when you get to the arpeggio, guys, just remember that you are going to play this exact same note 3 times. Most likely, I don't think many of you are going to go for the high note. That's a really tricky one. But if you want, oh my gosh, that'd be super cool if you did. But just imagine, tell your brain, hey, I'm going to play this F 3 times. Ba, 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 ba. And hopefully you can hit those pitches better than when I sang them. All right, and then shmoobas, here are the last ones. Last but not least, all right, kind of the same buttons that I just told the baritones. With all these flats here, you're never probably going to play 2, all right, because of all the flats. Most likely you're not going to play 2. So when you're in doubt, press down 1st button. But you go off here, and you're starting with F, G, A flat, C, 1st button, B flat, and then you make the big leap down here to a C, 1 and 3. But then here's that D flat, this thing. Bam! That is 2, 3. So F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F. And then when you get to this arpeggio, shoo, ah, shoo, ah, shoo, ah. You see that? You play that F 3 times in a row. All you got to do is tell your brain, hey, brain, I'm going to play that same note 3 times in a row. That way your ear hears when you have to make these leaps right here. That tells you, I know exactly where that note should be, and you're able to hit that note better on your brass instrument. Okay. So if you're choosing to do the F minor scale, you can record the F minor scale and submit that. If you're choosing to record Dynamite, you can record that and submit it. And I'll put Dynamite into a video and you get to watch it. So it's up to you, folks. So I hope you guys choose wisely, like in Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade, right before that guy's face melted off. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should watch it. It's really cool. Alrighty, so see you guys later. Stop.